What's happening, people? Welcome to the United Stand. Welcome to another road trip. The big one on the way to Anfield, man, for a massive game against Liverpool. And I'm not going to lie, I know a lot of you, I've seen it on social media, a lot of you are fearing the worst, hoping we don't get 4s, 5s and 6s put past us. I'm hoping the same. But it's one of them games, man, that the saying goes, isn't it? Anything can happen. Anything can happen in these types of games. Football matches are not won on paper, because on paper and form, you know, Liverpool should absolutely trounce us. But sometimes it just doesn't go that way. I think, for me, like I said on social media today, I just want to see us give a good account of ourselves. I want to see us have a game plan. I want to see us be organised. I want to see us have some intent in the game and compete. If we lose doing all of them things, then what can you say? You know, if Salah pulls out a moment of brilliance, or Mane skips past Saka and cuts in and does a madness, and we lose to a moment of brilliance or 2 moments of brilliance, whatever, then sometimes you have to hold your hands up and say, but if we are 3-0 down with not a whimper, like against City, and utter shambles, then that's where, you know, as fans, we question it, and we kind of see it as unforgivable. We know that we can lose against these teams. I think, especially against that City game, a lot of people were saying, what do you expect? It's Man City. And I get that. You can say losing is one thing, but it's how you lose. Like I said, and I'm not saying I want to go there and just lose well. I want to see us go and show intent and try and get something out of the game. But that's the main thing for me. Do not capitulate. I think the first half an hour is crucial. You know what Liverpool are like. If we get into good positions and we don't score, the writing's on the wall. I've seen teams go there. I've seen teams go to Anfield, and just in general, when Liverpool played away, and they've given Liverpool a good run for their money. And I think it's two sides for Liverpool. You look at it, and like, if you're in a championship winning season, which they obviously look like they are, which we've proved over the times, you have to play well, have to not play well and win games sometimes and pull it out the bag. And they've done that. I remember against Villa, I think they were 1-0 down with like 10 minutes to go, and they come back and won 2-1. Sheffield United frustrated them away from home for ages, and then they nicked it at the end with a mistake. Wolves, they at Anfield, they should have got back into the game, and VAR ruined them. That should have been 1-1, and then they went on to win the game. Leicester give them a good run for their money as well, and then Liverpool went on to win the game. So it's fine margins. Watford went there, bottom of the league, and had loads of chances, should have scored, ended up losing 2-0. So look, Liverpool do concede chances. They're a fantastic team. They're a brilliant team. They're well organised. They score goals for fun, but I also feel that they're capable of just going up the gears when they need to. So for us, I think we've got to score first. We've got to score in the game if we want anything out of it, and that's to get a draw. We've just got to score. For me, I can't see it being 0-0. In terms of the way we line up, I know it's going to be out there for debate. I can see, you know, we look at how we played them in October earlier this season. We went with a 3-5-2, and I can see why. I don't just want to go there like sitting ducks and show no attacking intent. I think the game against Liverpool in the first half, I think we did all right. They had chances, probably should have scored. We had chances as well, and obviously we did score. So I don't think we just sat there against Liverpool in that 3-5-2 and we're sitting ducks. I think people were quite positive-ish. I mean, second half we were awful in that game. If I remember Liverpool just dominating, and it almost looked like that goal was just going to come. We went into our shell. So as long as that doesn't happen, I can maybe see why Solskjaer would go with that. For me, I'd go Brandon Williams though, man. I hope that he plays him left wing back. I think, yes, there's a thing about experience and that, but I think Brandon Williams has earned the chance. I think he's earned the right to be given the chance to experience an Anfield derby. For me, I think he's earned that. Solskjaer saying in a press conference that, you know, Luke Shaw could be the best fullback in the world, and kind of swerving Williams. But for me, I think Williams has showed in the last 4 games he's been picked why Luke Shaw's having to be on the bench. I don't know if Luke Shaw's been injured on that, but, you know, Brandon Williams has rightly been starting those games, and I think he deserves the chance to start this one away to Liverpool. He's been asked to play in big tough games, and he's come through trumps. I'm not saying that he'll have the best game of his life. He could have the worst game of his life, but guess what? He'll learn from that, and that'll be an experience I feel he deserves to be given the opportunity to have. I just hope that he doesn't play Luke Shaw in that like a left centre back. There's talks of that potentially happening. I mean, you're looking at it then, if Tuanzebe's not fit, okay, can't play. Would you put Phil Jones there in this game? Okay, maybe not. And then Rojo's not there, so maybe he might have to play there as a case of he really wants to play that system, but there's no other fit centre halves. to play alongside him, which that is up for debate. Pereira in the 10. Matt has been doing well the last couple of games, and I kind of said, look, maybe he should get a chance in the bigger games. Maybe Matt should get a chance. I know we're going to need legs in there, especially as we're without legs with McTominay, and Matic is going to have to come in there. So you lose legs there, but what you lose in legs, you kind of get in experience and using his body well. And obviously Fred gives you legs. So I think Solskjaer will go with Pereira personally, and that will leave the two up front. If Rashford is going to be injured, like we probably think he will, that's going to be Dan James and Martial. I think Dan James should start this game. I think on the counter is what we're going to need a lot. We're going to need that transition. We're going to need him to run at people and commit people and make fouls and get Liverpool to concede fouls. So yeah, look, as long as we give a good account of ourselves and stay in the game for large chunks and give ourselves the basis of trying to get something out of the game, I'll be happy. I mean, what is good is the fact that the teams around us have dropped points. They've dropped points. Chelsea have lost. So yes, you don't want to be a defeatist, but if you look at it and we lose, we stay where we are, I think. And it's as you were. I know Wolves won, but I think we're just ahead of them, and we've got to play them in a couple of weeks. So yeah, and Chelsea's next game is Arsenal, so there's points to be dropped there. So I don't think it's the worst if we lose. It's just about the manner of it, But if we can win or get something out of the game, then brilliant. You talk about us when we've got a chance and everyone around us drops points. It just so happens that it would be such a Man United thing to do. When we had to beat Everton and Watford to get in there, we couldn't do it. And then now everyone drops points around us, and it's Liverpool, and we ain't got a chance in hell. We go and get something out of the game. Miles, what are you saying, man? Are you in damage limitation camp, or are you in camp you think we can do something?
I think regardless of whether we think we can do something, I think we have to just throw everything at it, especially because everyone around us has dropped points, which we didn't really expect to even happen. I think you just literally got to not worry about Liverpool too much, in the sense of we all kind of thought or think that we're not going to pick up a great result against them, so why not just kind of throw everything at it and just kind of play the way we've been playing against every other team.
So you just go 4-3-3. You go 4-2-3-1.
Our completely normal, our way of playing. I think I don't think we should adjust our play for them, especially only because everyone around us has dropped points. I think if Chelsea had won, if Arsenal picked up points, if Tottenham had picked up points, then okay, that pressure is still on there for us to really, try and get something out of the game. I'm not saying go out there and just kind of throw everyone out and lose kind of thing. I'm saying try and play with a bit of forward thinking, momentum, have that, strong will to kind of think, okay, we can get something from the game.
To be fair, we did do that against City. Played the same formation. We had the three, we had Martial, Rashford, James. They went to work, then we had the three in the midfield. So you're saying, what if we do it against City, away from home, counter, whatever? All right, Liverpool up, maybe a step up, but you're saying go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily saying that because we did it against City, we can do it against Liverpool. But all I'm saying is that we kind of already thought that we have nothing to lose. And now that all of the teams around us have dropped points, we should just go out there, go out on the front foot and just see what we can get from the game. Not worrying too much about losing. I think if we're down 3-0 by half time, then you have to look at something and switch things up. But I think so long as you go out there with positive mindset and actually play try and play well kind of thing, not just sit back, not the defensive vibes all the time, then personally I'll be happy even if we come away with with being beaten.
When they go out and Ollie says go out there and do your thing, he's literally going to say, if he was to say your game plan, which the game plan is literally just go and give your all. It's not really like, right guys, Mane's going to do this, I need you lot pressing him this whole time, whatever.
But it could be one of them games. It could be like these type of games, Passion FC, like just hard work and determination can sometimes grind you out like a mad draw. But having said that, it is true though, passion only goes so far when you're facing real quality. And I think running around like blue-ass flies for 90 minutes can work to a certain extent, but I feel you're always going to get unlocked with a lack of quality if we don't have it. So
the reason why I say that is because I genuinely believe that Liverpool have too much for us on any given day.
Yeah.
I know we're the only team to have drawn or taken points off them, whatever. But I think Liverpool have way too much quality. So, which is why I feel like, you know, the only reason I'm saying we should go out there and run around kind of put in a lot of passion and effort is just because all the other teams around us have dropped points.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much we can do in terms of like sitting back and, you know, trying to, you know, contain and then counter or whatever that will get us any kind of positive result.
So you see it as like a proper free hit now?
Yeah, bro.
Basically.
I think in any scenario, with Rashford not being there, the way, you know, our form and whatnot, I think Liverpool beat us in any way. You know, people don't want to hear it, but you know, Liverpool are for me the best side in Europe, in the world, whatever. Yeah. So I think you just have to throw everything at it. And then obviously for me, if we drop if we lose the game, it's not a big deal only because of the points we dropped, of the points other teams dropped yesterday. So just throw everything at it, see what happens, and if we can make something stick, we make something stick.
It's all about game management, isn't it? Like you know what sort of team Liverpool are. They come at you in waves. When they get a chance, there's usually followed by another chance. They keep coming and coming and coming. But I've seen so many positive signs against people who have played against them. Like I said, like teams have gone to Liverpool or played against Liverpool and just not quite scored when they should have scored. And then Liverpool just go, right, that's it. Let's go up a gear. Let's see this out, or let's go and get another goal. They literally have that in their armoury. I think we've got to start strong. If we can frustrate them, take the sting out of the game, the first 15-20 minutes, if we're just on the back foot, kicking out for throw-ins and corners, just trying to survive, the Anfield crowd gets on top. You know, it can get very intimidating. But like I said, I seen with the Watford game, the crowd was quiet. Wolves, when they went there, they were organised, they were structured. The crowd was quiet, and I think that can feed into their players. Yes, they found ways to ultimately get out of those games, which is always that's always the downside to playing against Liverpool. But I just feel we got to handle the occasion. We got to assert ourselves. I just want to see a clear game plan. We could lose 5-0 today. It can happen. It can. If we go there and don't apply ourselves and roll over, like at Anfield as well, it won't be like City where they kind of took their foot off the gas and we kind of no. At Anfield, well, you can get a hiding in it. Yeah. You can. And I know City are the ones who are normally doing big numbers like the Sixers and that. Liverpool haven't really, but I just think against us at their place, it could be 3s and 4s. But if we apply ourselves and have a game plan and try and stifle them, but have attacking intent, show intent, and don't just sit there, I think we can cause them problems. But you know, that leads me into the last bit, which is prediction time. And I feel my heart is telling me we can nick a draw, but if I'm being truthful, I think we'll lose, man. I think we'll lose. I just think they'll have too much for us. I hope I'm wrong. It'll be absolute scenes if we win. And you have always got to have a little bit of belief that you can get a result, because it's a derby. Anything can happen. Look how many times Liverpool have been shit in this 20 years or 30 years where they haven't won the league. We've been way better than them, and we've gone to Anfield and lost. Do you know what I mean? Or they've come to Old Trafford and beat us. Like, it can happen when they've been way worse than us. But I just feel like the best we can get is a draw. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I think we can take comfort in the fact that we're the only team to have taken points off of Liverpool and to have not lost to them. So you can kind of go with that. And I think the players will have some confidence from that.
3 clean sheets in a row?
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot to be positive about. The only real negative, I guess, is not having Marcus Rashford in. He's one of our most potent attackers as of late. So that is a big shame. And if he was fit, you know what, I would probably be thinking, you know what, either a draw or just go for it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still saying go for it, but I think without Marcus Rashford, it would just be a lot harder. But in terms of a result, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. Like, I think at the very most a draw, but honestly, I think we do lose either way.
Okay.
So yeah.
I think the confidence side of it is true in terms of talking half full, like glass half full. It's like we've had 3 clean sheets in a row, but the Wolves game was awful. Yeah. Like, okay, from a defensive point of view, all right, cool, but we couldn't create. Norwich, all right, cool, that's Norwich, and the other game was Wolves, and We played badly for large spells, but did well defensively. So I think from a defensive point of view, I think definitely the defenders can have confidence. It's just whether we can go and create. I think it's important to go, actually, we have got 3 clean sheets in a row from a defensive point of view. That back 5 or back 6 now, if it's going to be 5 at the back with De Gea, we'll be thinking, right, come on, we haven't conceded a goal in 3 games. Let's keep going from their point of view, but it's whether we can go and make something happen. So let us know, guys, what you guys are thinking. Let us know how you think we should approach the game. Are you in Miles's boat in terms of people around us dropped points, so if you lose, it's not the end of the world, it's as you were, it's Liverpool, just go for it? Or do you see where I'm coming from in terms of it kind of half worked against Liverpool? We nicked points off them with that shape. Let's go for it, maybe apply it a bit differently and show something in it. Or would that just make us sitting ducks? Let us know what you think. Should Brandon Williams start as well? Let us know that, and what you think the score prediction is going to be. And we will see you guys after the fan cams, hopefully not have been embarrassed, not down in the dumps after a disgraceful performance. Hopefully we can, be praising the players, win, lose or draw for a good performance at least. That's for me the most I want out of today. Win, lose or draw, I just want to be saying, well, obviously if we win we'll be saying it, and if we draw we'll be saying it, but if we lose, I want to be saying, do you know what, it was a bit of Mane magic or Salah genius or whatever. Firmino was this, like, let's just say it was a moment of brilliance, as opposed to we just got outclassed from minute 1 to the end. It was men against boys, like how City was. I just don't want to be saying that. Let's give a good account of ourselves. So we'll see you guys then. Peace. Big thank you to you guys for watching the latest of our videos, and if you want to check out more, make sure you do that just to the right of me. We are the biggest and best Manchester United channel in the world. Make sure you check us out on all of the socials as well: Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. The socials are along the bottom. Peace.